Good evening to you, my friends. It is a pleasure to come and to talk with you and to tell to you yet again that there is indeed a divine plan that comes from that great spirit that you call God, the creator of all life. But in your world of matter, you may not give a thought to the fact that there is this divine plan, a plan of action. Your world will not be changed suddenly. Your world has to go through its own evolution, as do the people that dwell therein. That is you, the spirit person that you are, that has taken on the physical body to live within the physical world. And so you are journeying in that physical world, trying to understand life, what you are doing, why this is happening or why that. Because you know life doesn't go according to your own plan. For each one of you has plans throughout your life. Because you are forward thinking. Because you devote yourself to other people as you go through your life, trying to help, support, encourage them to be part of your life. Not just a life within the physical world, but the life that is beyond that of matter. You see, it is the spirit that you are that links you together with those that were spirit also, but have left behind their physical body and moved on in their life into the realms of spirit. It is important, therefore, that you realize the continuity of life is indeed an existence that does not end, for it is what you would term eternal. Now that is very difficult to take on board, that life does not end, when you all see death as the end of life. As in fact death is but a rebirth of that spiritual essence that you are. And so it is that you should be encouraged to understand your spiritual self, the self that will carry you forward in life. It may sound a little difficult, but it is something that is natural. You see life and rebirth within the seasons, within your world. And you can see at this time that the daylight is shortening, that you will be entering that time of winter, going through autumn, through winter into spring and back into summer. They are the seasons within your world. And yet, you know, so does your spirit go through many seasons in life, and that life continues. Whether you understand it or not, you have elected to allow that spirit to be confined within the physical body, to live a life that is dutiful to the spirit, to that figurehead that you call God, the Great Spirit. You are doing the duty of the Great Spirit. You are the ambassador within the world of matter. So it is important that you take heed. Sometimes, people do not give a thought that the spirit lives on, and they are bereft in their grief at the loss of their loved ones and friends, because they feel that they are left alone, and that is not altogether the truth of the matter. There are those in the spirit world, as was said in the reading, that have chosen to walk with you in your material life, albeit that they are unseen to you and to many. And they do this work out of duty, so that you may return back to the spirit world having accomplished a great deal in your life. Because whether you understand it or not, you give love out to others unconditionally. You may see in your world that it seems to be torn apart by turmoil, by war, by famine, by natural disasters, and everything seems to be difficult for one and the other. But there are too many that fail to understand that the physical life is but a short span. When you think of things and life as being an eternity with which to progress. It is important, therefore, that you do understand the principle of the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. Because within your earthly life there are many things that you look for that keep you apart from others. You differ in the colour of your skin, in the language that you speak, and yet the essence of humankind is the spirit. And it is the spirit that should be uppermost in your mind, in your thinking. It is very important, those that have moved on through that veil of death have an opportunity to communicate with you. And you do not always need a medium to bring forward that communication. For each one of you has your own way, your own method of communicating with the spirit world, albeit that you perhaps ignore those communications that are brought forward for you in your dream state and in your waking, thinking mind. So it is important that you understand your spiritual essence. It is very important that you are not caught up in creed and dogma. It is important that you look at things through your own eyes. It is important that you are not blinded by the drudgery of life and by all the turmoil that you see in your world. There is, as we said, a divine plan. So do not allow fear to come in to your life. Look for all that is good, and then your spirit will be able to guide you forward in life. And yes, Paul was converted on the road to Damascus after he had lived a life of persecution for those that believed in the power of the Spirit. And then he saw the error of his ways. And so it is, when you link with that spirit within, that you see the error of your ways and try to live a fulfilling life, linking to that love that comes unconditionally to you the individual. That should give you courage. That should give you strength. And more importantly, that should bring to you a great deal of peace and love, that you may pass on to others that may be ignorant of the truth, that there is no death, that there is a continuous existence of the human soul, which is another of the principles set out within spiritualism. So do not be afraid of the unknown, because the Spirit within will guide you forward. It does not matter what religion you may follow. You will all make your transition from the world of matter to that of spirit, whatever your belief system may be. So therefore it is important that we tell to you of the divine plan, so that you know that you are moving forward in your life. Physical age does not matter, but you go through that life, encountering many difficulties, many changes to your life, to yourself, the physical person that you are. So please take forward the idea of the divine plan, which is unfolding maybe slowly, but nevertheless unfolding as it should. For you are but children of the universe, and it is good that you are seeking answers to questions that you have as you face from time to time the loss of those that you love. But it is indeed only the physical loss, for they journey with you to help you, to encourage you, and sometimes even to advise you. But you know, you do not take kindly, as a human being, to taking advice from another human being. And so it is that they come forward from the spirit world. But you do not have to take advice, for they do not control your life. You are in control, and that is why the principle of personal responsibility is important too. Know also that the laws of the Spirit are different to the laws of your land. That is why you have a principle of compensation and retribution for all the good and not so good deeds done on the earth while you are in the physical realm of life. That is not meant to put fear within you, my friends. It is meant just to assure you that what you do and why you do it in this life is very important, for it allows you to take that responsibility for yourself. You may support others, but you are not responsible for others. You are responsible just only for yourself. So that should take some of the burdens from your shoulders. And we would invite you, all of you, to link with that spirit, to find your pathway along that spiritual enlightenment that is there for you, each one of you, a better understanding of who you are and why you are living within the confines of matter. Each one of you has much to offer to another, and much to offer to the Great Spirit, to that Creator that you call God. And so we would wish you well, my friends, on your journey through life, and give you that courage and strength to go forward with hope, with strength, and more importantly, with peace. And we say to you, good night, and God bless.